resentment. You look like you're ready for battle here, challenging times. Whatever this is, release it to the divine and go back into your intuition and to your knower. Emotionally, for the divine masculine, heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So many masculines have to have a heart-to-heart discussion with their divine feminines. I don't know how many of you are in communication, but this is really needed for deep healing and to get to know each other, to move closer and to develop trust. You can't develop trust unless you're honest, you know, okay? So let's go to the next. And I was just talking about trust. And this says, this situation is calling for you to have faith. It's a trust card. You need to have faith and step out and trust and have that heart-to-heart conversation from your deep knower, from your deep knowing intuition about who you really are and about this true giving and receiving and challenging times, and come back to the divine. You know, trust the divine. Have a heart-to-heart talk with the divine. You know, tell God what's going on with you. And trust that He has your, you know, your highest good at the top of all of this. It's not just happening because it's, you know, this is divine. The whole twin flame journey is orchestrated by God. Pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, so these challenging times and this fork in the road and detaching, whatever situation you're getting into, check the red flags, okay? Because there's red flags before you're even going into these situations. So make sure that, and this is like emotionally, you could be walking into karmic situations that you have no business being in, that you know are red flags because your knower already tells you, the divine tells you, and you go down that road anyway. And then you have challenging times and it doesn't turn out the way you expected it to, which causes you crying over spilt milk. And it goes back to this card over here, where it says, you know, things not turning out the way you had hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, you know, and which caused you to go, you know, in the wrong direction because you don't pay attention to the red flags. And then we got engagement. So your knower knows who is the one that you're meant to be with. Okay? Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So you know deep in your heart and soul who your divine feminine is and who is your lifetime partner. And if you're going with karmics, you're knowing every time that you're with someone else that is not the one. Even though you're trying to mask and fill these voids, it's turning up empty every time, because that's not the divine feminine you're supposed to be with. So watch the red flags on that and Go with your knower. Okay. I feel bad for that guy at the door. He wanted me to sign for something holding my dog, and I'm like, dude, I'm like recording. I can't do this right now. I don't know. I guess they deliver now medication. I don't know. It wasn't even mine, but I was gonna sign for it. But anyway, that's just weird. It's just weird things are happening when I'm videotaping lately. Just off weird things, like my dog barking, or just the video yesterday for Mother's Day I couldn't upload. Anyway, back to the card at hand. Okay, solitude. The masculines are spiritually going back into solitude because they know that they went off track. If they're not doing this, they feel the need to do this. So take heed to this. Go back into solitude because Spirit wants to reattach. Okay, you detached, you screwed up, and now go back. The Divine Feminine loves you, you know. Each one is different, and we're all in our different situations, but this is telling me that the Divine Masculine is in solitude, and spiritually he's just in no man's land, kind of just really detached, like not knowing, just really empty, not knowing who he is, not just lost. He's lost right now. That's what I'm feeling. Some of them, not all of them. So there's some hope because there's some light here, and this is receiving light, receiving hope and faith, and believing that you can have this light and this hope once again with your Divine Feminine, and there can be restoration, there can be love, unconditional love. There could be restoration with the divine from detachment. You can come back and say, here I am, Spirit. Use me for whatever you want to use me for. Okay. Then I have deception and envy. What I'm getting from this is being deceived by others, whether they be co-workers or other feminines, whether this is business or pleasure, just being deceived or being deceptive or being envious of others. The conditions aren't what they appear to be. Unexpected changes or things may not turn out the way that you have hoped. So you being deceived by thinking maybe that this person is the right person for you, and then finding out that when you're with them, this ain't the right person for you. I left my Divine Feminine for this, and I detached, and I left the light, and now I'm empty, and I think I lost it all. This is what I'm feeling. I feel like I've ended up in this same cycle, and I'm just deceived or deceiving, you know, and envious of those that can stay, maybe of the feminine, that can stay in her solitude and not date or not, you know what I mean? It just, not saying that they're perfect, because the Divine Feminines are not perfect, no matter if it's male or female, but some have learned how to stay alone a lot longer, you know, and wait for the one they love. And it's not easy, but That's what I mean by this card over here that says give and receive. A lot of masculines haven't given to the divine feminine, but they've been deceived and gone and given to others when the divine feminine's saying, I'm the one that deserves that. But they don't see that because they see that the divine feminines as the one that make them want to heal, the one that mirrors, the one that to blame, okay? Because they're being mirrored their own self. They're being triggered by the divine feminine. And this is for your own growth, divine masculines. This is meant to happen so that you will grow, and it's for your highest good. The divine feminines are not doing this to do something to you. This is happening from the divine a lot of times. And your own mirroring. So you're mirroring already what is in you. Because you have the same soul. It's like looking in the mirror and pointing a finger at yourself, saying, you know what, you're the problem. And the only one that's there is you. So you're deceived. You're thinking it's the divine feminine, but it's you. It's you that doesn't see the big picture. It's you that doesn't see yourself in the mirror and how you're not giving and receiving possibly evenly, or not going deep within, or not healing, or doing the work, or wanting to change. So, okay, that's a deep card, but this reading's going deep, and I'm letting it. So do what you gotta do, Spirit. So truth right here. Okay, obstacles and challenges. Okay, this is coming out as it's real. Divine masculines are going through the tower moment, and it's showing right here in all these cards. These are some tower moments here. Obstacles, power struggles to meet face to face, to overcome. So basically, you have to look yourself in the mirror to overcome. You have to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself the truth. Be truthful to yourself. Stop the deception to yourself. And look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself the truth. Look at yourself for what it is. What the truth is. Where you're at. What needs to change. What needs to heal. Where can I love unconditionally? Where can I give and receive, or and balance this out? How can I balance this? How can I be a help? How can I forgive? How can I love unconditionally? Okay. This card also is about seeing the big picture and how something went wrong. Don't play the victim, but learn from your past mistakes. Competition is around you in business and in personal life. Okay? So don't play the victim here. Like I said, when you look in the mirror, you need to be pointing at yourself. Because everything that's being reflected to you is you, by your divine feminine. Okay? And a situation you may have gone the wrong way, or the big picture is that something didn't turn out the way you intended it to or planned it out. And so you need to learn from your past mistakes. This is being repeated over and over in this reading by different cards in every area. In spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional. Okay? So there's a competition too, so watch out. I don't know if it's competition, with divine feminine, or karmics, or in the business realm, but somebody is possibly causing problems in your relationship, or just causing problems. See, there's a dove here. So the divine is going to help you cross this, but you need to trust that he's going to take care of you and take you through these obstacles and challenges, but that's what they're about. Okay, I'm going into these middle cards, which are the overall reading for the Divine Masculine reading. The first one we have is Heavenly Signs. These are synchronicities and signs from Spirit and from Universe that you know who your Divine Feminine is. You're going in the right direction or wrong direction. Heavenly signs are showing you. And this coincides with the Deep Knowing card. Okay, so masculines, pay attention to that big picture. Quit playing the victim. And don't cry over spilt milk. Get up and, make some changes. Don't keep going through the same cycles. Spirit's saying, pretty much get your shit together. Self-employment. Many of you may be starting a new project, going into self-employment, starting your new career, or having to do with the twin flame journey. Okay, this has to do with self-employment. The next card is detach from the situation. It's a Michael Angel card. Spirit's telling you to detach from the situation. I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachments to fear or drama, so that I may be centered in my knowingness that peace in everywhere within me is everywhere within me, and this situation. Detach from this situation. Okay, Spirit's telling you to detach from this karmic, or this whatever situation is keeping you away from the divine and keeping you off this journey, and keeping you from looking in the mirror, and keeping you detached from yourself and from Spirit. You need to cut that away so you can come back to peace. Your true peace and true love for yourself and for your Divine Feminine. Okay. When I lean toward love, I am led. When you decide to pursue or lean towards love, you are led by the Spirit, the universe. You don't have to question. When you choose love, you are just led. There is no question. When you choose your own will, that's when things get shady, and you end up with obstacles and challenges, and you end up with deception and envy, and you end up with challenging times, and you end up not giving and receiving correctly, and you end up with change your focus, and you end up with detach. Why? Because you're not being led by love. You're not leaning on love to be led by the Spirit. Okay? I know I said that fast, but rewind it and watch it again, because that's worth hearing again. And that was only some of the cards. Okay? When I accept love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. There you go. You go back to the light when you accept love. When you make that decision to accept love, you're reattached back to the light. And all this deception and envy and obstacles and giving and receiving and challenging times and all this solitude. This is when hope comes in, love and faith and everything that the divine wants us to have. Divine masculines, pay attention. This divine, I haven't done a reading where it was so specific. Okay? This is life-changing if you take heed to what this message is saying. And appreciate the love. Appreciate. Look at the big picture, okay? Don't look at the thorn bushes around you. Appreciate the small things. Okay? Your divine feminine, the small things that she has done. The small things that the divine has done to lead and guide you into the small synchronicities and the small imitations of hello and the small prayers that have been given and the small just meditations for your well-being and just the small things, the waiting. Divine feminine has given time. Appreciate those things. Appreciate the divine and all he's done to keep you strengthened even though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death. He strengthened you to hear this message and so that you'll come out of these challenging times and this deception and these obstacles. If you appreciate and come back to love, you'll be led. Okay? Alright, we have one more card to finish off this reading, and it's a postcard. The front of it says, "Unlock your magic." Dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. This is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy and put this plan into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off. You'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember how much work you're willing to put in? We will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life, so just do it. Loving you so much. Okay. This could be even the dream of love. That's what I was feeling as these messages of love and appreciation, and you're going through struggles, and how these emotional cards are talking about heart to heart, to trust, pay attention to red flags, and then engagement. It looks to me from this reading that you went the wrong way, but the Spirit is saying if you just trust, if you just have hope and trust, hope and trust right here, which means the faith. And this trust card also said faith and heavenly signs. You trust these things and you appreciate. This card is saying walk towards your dreams and don't wait. Trust and believe that it can turn around and work out for your good. It hasn't, because you went the wrong way. There's a fork in the road. You can rewind this, watch it again. I'll tell you what that fork was. Okay, so this card says go for it. It'll turn out better than you expected because the Spirit has you tenfold. Okay? So I hope this has been a blessing to you, Divine Feminines and Masculines. I know you both are watching. I love you guys so much, and all your, all your views, all your subscriptions, all your understanding on this issues I'm having with recording. And I don't even know, man. I don't know what's going on in the cosmos, but some electronical issues are happening. But anyway, I love you guys, and sorry for all the interruptions. I'm trying to do this, like, I didn't even expect that. I don't even know who that was, but I was trying to hold my dog back. And she won't bite, but she was like trying to get out the door. I'm like, oh my god, dude, I can't take it. So I'm sorry for the last video. I really wanted you guys to see the overall cards. I'm really bummed because it went too long, and so I'm cutting these a little short. Anyway, please look at the description box if you want a personal reading. If you need to contact me first for that, for availability, I'm at info@soultruth1111.com. I wish you many blessings, love, and light. Until the next video, stay safe and keep growing, okay?